NEC focuses on what we call social solutions. So these are solutions that change the way people work and the way people communicate. We believe that in the mid-market, subtly distinct from small and medium business or enterprise, that the mid-market is really driven by its ability to be focused on the core of what its business does. And the lubricant of any business today is in that human-to-human interaction. And we've specialized in that for the last 50 years that we've been operating in the United States and the last 114 years that the company's been in business. The top challenges, one is around security, both physical and logical. There's lots of different activities that are going on, but not just from a defense of the data center perspective, which takes on a couple of different ways, either a detection or alternatively putting up some kind of a shield. But the human element, how do you deal with the fact that humans have to interact with systems and make sure that not only are they the right people to interact, but also, when they are the right people to interact, how do you give them access to the right things? NEC is focusing on a new classification of how to do this using biometric data, using facial recognition or fingerprint access to deal with the fact that we all have a myriad of passwords, and there's lots of different strategies for managing passwords and lots of different solutions, but it all comes down to you remembering some disconnected series of characters. Why can't we just do it the way we talk to each other? By someone recognizing that we are who we are. So that's from a security perspective. Once you have access to that kind of information, knowing who's interacting with your business, there's a whole bunch of analytics that you can do associated with that to help you position that core of what your business is about for your customers. Great question. Budgets are tight. People are spending most of their money on keeping the lights on. So the only way you can really help them is either by reducing their burden on their current operational structure, or alternatively, if you can't reduce it, you use what's there. So one of the things that separates NEC's biometric solutions from all of their competitors is we don't require a rip and replace of the cameras that might exist. So if you think about a hospital or a hotel or a casino or a store, they've been taking analog either to videotape, or now they take analog images and digitize them and put them on disk. We can use that existing infrastructure for our biometric solutions, and then on top of it, we can layer on our analytics. Well, I think one of the biggest things that a CIO needs to think about when it comes to innovation is not just providing the internal customers that they have with what they're asking for, but to anticipate the marketplace and provide them what they need tomorrow and maybe in the next couple of years. So the way we do that is we show up to shows like this, like MES, and we sit down with customers, and we're not just trolling for leads, but we're also trolling for information to help us structure our solutions so that they are more relevant to CIOs going forward. It's resulted in us adding over 100 net new customers in the last year. And we focus on these identifying new technologies, but really coming back to the fundamentals of what a CIO has to do, which is they have to help manage the business, they have to protect the infrastructure, and then they have to help grow the business by using technology. Well, I think one of the things that's going to happen over the next 6 to 12 months, we've all been talking about cloud for a long time. We've been talking about the capabilities, we've been talking about the infrastructure requirements. A lot of people are, quote, moving to the cloud, but they're not completely embracing everything. They're using the cloud for email, or they're using the cloud for Office 365, or they're using the cloud for storage. But using a totally integrated approach and then working with solution providers that understand either on-premise cloud, public cloud, or hybrid cloud, and those different delivery models to optimize the operating infrastructure and hence the operating expense envelope to free up that capability for innovation, and then leveraging innovation and really driving the solution so that the CIOs are really just paying for the value of those solutions, not necessarily the management of the infrastructure associated with it.